Hello and welcome, my Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw timeless spell kit reading. I am your reader, Markangela Lyons. Mal for short, they're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998. Author of 2 books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. Second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, so I put a link in the description box so people can click it and preview it for free. It's lovely. It saved my life writing that book. Seriously, prayers, principles, practices, all sorts of cool stuff in there. The original version of Words of Grace, though, is available on patreon.com/drawingthecircle, as well as the only place to find my first book, Spell Ingredients, and the 3rd one on the way will be there eventually. I love my Patreon. It's really wonderful. My subscribers are lovely. The digital shop is great. We got audios and videos with free previews for the audios and videos. Anyone can go watch those and shop in the shop regardless of whether they are a subscriber or not. The majority of my subscribers do get some benefits in common. Like, some of them get everything that's in the digital shop, but the majority of them do get a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream like pretty much every single morning. We chat with each other. It's really lovely. They get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. My extended readings are all timeless and relationship oriented, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you'll want more info. And I love it. You can 7-day free trial. You can follow us for free. There's just all sorts of cool stuff going on there. So click a link, check it out, and see if there's something there for you. And come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangela Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Hi. Capricorns, you are my favorite sign of the zodiac because I am a Virgo and I get along with Caps exceedingly well. So let's do some explanation for the new Capricorns and crosswatchers. And feel free to jump ahead if you like, though I will say these timeless reads since the turn of the year here in 2024. It's definitely shifted because the world is going through some crazy stuff, if you've noticed. So welcome, new Capricorns and crosswatchers. A 5-card draw is just 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about how to manifest your heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, in the spirit of unity, your spell work, your intentional process, your manifestational process, your law of attraction, call it whatever what you want. And these 5 decks represent the 5 magical elements. We'll start with the magical spell cards for the element of fire. Consecrated this deck to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism to get you some clarity on your element of fire, what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart desires, or perhaps what's required to manifest your heart's desire. For our element of earth, we will be using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Consecrated this deck to Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of nature, the element of the north, element of earth, and all of that. If you have the stone indicated, it's a wonderful opportunity to incorporate it into your manifestational process, whatever you want to call it. The fuel to feed the fire and ground and manifest the heart's desire. For the element of air, we are using the Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wenman, obviously consecrated this deck to the archangelic pantheons. Everyone has access to archangels and all that stuff, but you gotta ask. They do not intervene or intercede unless asked, hence the element of air. Prayer, meditation, even a Google search can bring them in if you want. For the element of water, the energy and motion we experience as emotion when in physical bodies, we are using the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield, one of my favorite oracle decks, and consecrated to the higher selves of all involved, so not just the Capricorns and the crosswatchers, but anybody else's higher self that may be involved in the situation. And for the element of spirit, we will be using the Matt Kahn healing mantra, because a little mantra goes a long way if you work them. So what I do is I use the same 4 pieces of jewelry for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I'm wearing them right now. I cast the spell on the jewelry. I call in the archangel Archangel, I pay attention to the whisper of love and I do the mantra with the piece of jewelry so I don't have to redo the whole thing every single day. And there is our explanation. So let's get into the divination, shall we? Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise you I will do everything within my power to help anyone manifest their heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, in the spirit of unity, because our heart's desires are assigned to us lifetime after lifetime, and some of us have been working on this for a very, very, very long time, incarnationally speaking. So as one of us does it, all of us move forward on that path, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. So there's the explanation. Let's do the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can, and please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. Ancestral override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all. Hey. And with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, one card in clarity for the element of fire to assist the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and their crosswatcher to manifest their heart's desire. What is it? The spell fragment, maybe for what's required to manifest their heart's desire in this timeless reading. Fertility, not bad for a Capricorn, cardinal, creative earth. Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. Now, fertility has many different meanings to many different people. I am a gardener, so fertility is important to me. That's why I fertilize my garden outside. I now have a half-acre of property with lots of plans over the next 10 years to make it an absolute paradise. But fertility can mean pregnancy. It can absolutely be fertility in terms of career and all of that stuff. So remember, this is a general read, but let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. This feels really, really lovely for an earth sign, Capricorns in particular. So let's look at your element. I should say our element, the element of earth, Virgo sun sign that I am. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ariel, override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North Powers of Earth. One card in clarity, please, for the Capricorns and the crosswatchers to represent the element of Earth, the fuel to feed the fire and help them manifest their heart's desire for this timeless read. Ooh, Chrysoprase, Terry Pratchett character. I love Chrysoprase. He's a bit of a thug, but, you know, trolls are trolls. Chrysoprase, I actually have some Chrysoprase, but like I said, I now use the same 4 pieces of jewelry. So your keyword, fertility. Oh my goodness gracious. There you go, a double whammy. Fertility, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting. Chrysoprase is definitely an emotional healing stone the way I use it, but it is green and red and like it's practically red, gold, and green. There you go. Chrysoprase helps open the heart center and allows you to feel the presence of divine unconditional love. That's the real fertilizer of everything we want, right? You are entering a fertile period that will enable you to creatively express your true nature in a loving and compassionate way. Now, all the cardinal signs, cardinal means creative, right? So cardinal earth, Capricorn, that's right on target. Through this, you will give birth to new ideas that reflect and align with your true essence, which is your soul and your higher self as one. All you would love to create, manifest, and achieve is now possible, provided you remain true to yourself. And how much of a challenge is that? Look, my guides and I have been talking for a while about algorithms and numbers and followers and all that stuff. And they're like, evil begins when you start thinking of people as things. readings. Yeah. So I could very easily change the way I do readings and tell people what they want to hear instead of what they need to hear, and I'd have many more numbers, but I would not be being true to myself. Nope. I would like to reincarnate somewhere else in this planet. Listen to what your heart is saying. Be guided by your intuition, and you will create the success and fulfillment you so rightly deserve. Many wondrous experiences are in store for you. So that fertility is just lovely. So again, the key words here: fertility, love, compassion, truth, meaning being truthful to yourself and uplifting you. Lovely. I love this. And that you got fertility in the first two cards is pretty cool. All right, let's ask the archangels. One of them's waiting in the wings. Let's find out who that is for you. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Archangelic override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved archangels, one card in clarity, please, for the Capricorns and the crosswatchers. For the element of air, to stoke the fire and help them manifest their heart's desire. Which one of you is waiting in the wings with the wings ready to swoop in and help to manifest their heart's desire, which either is or does require fertility, with Christ of Praise energy for this timeless read? Ooh, Sariel. So Sariel, card number 1. This is definitely a tricky one. So yeah, there are some challenges for here. Dark night of the soul. Now, the reason why I said writing words of grace was a lifesaver for me is because at that point in my career was destroyed. Like, I guess, 6-7 years ago, right? And I went to a deep dark night of the soul, and it was the divine that says, all right, let's start audio recording your spiritual practices, and that's where Words of Grace came from. Jill Schweitzer, my editor, helped me do it, get it in a regular ebook form. That one you can find on Patreon, but then eventually get it to Kindle, my first Kindle book. So, Dark Nights of the Soul, I've studied a lot. I've read I think it's St. John of the Cross, the original St. John of the Cross, St. John of the, I get my St. John's confused. It's okay, as a witch, I'm allowed to do that. But it really is one of the most powerful, transformative experiences that pretty much suck beginning, middle, and end. But the thing is we believe that we have screwed up our life beyond all recognition. But Dark Night of the Soul is you are sitting in the palm of the divine. You've never been closer, but you feel so totally disconnected, right? So you haven't done anything wrong. You're just playing your role to the best of your ability. So let me read you a little bit about Sariel, S-A-R-I-E-L, often described as one of the fallen angels and the brother of Lucifer, the light bearer. Sariel is an archangel who can help uncover hidden blessings within darkness. And that's the thing. If I didn't go through that Dark Night of the Soul the way that I did, I would never be here where I am right now. It was all scripted. It was all part of my contract. But at the time, it was horrible. Like, talk about wanting to end all of this. It was a lot. So, your message: although you may feel like you have abandoned hope, abandon yourself not. You're being cracked open to reveal your depths, D-E-P-T-H-S. Treasures await you on the other side of this deep initiation. And initiate means to begin, which is another meaning for cardinal, right? Like cardinal earth, beginning earth, like the cardinal energies and the cardinal sins and all that. Wow. So yeah, I mean, if you've been struggling with fertility in any way, shape, or form, it's very easy to doubt yourself. It's very easy to condemn yourself. But, everybody's got a role to play, and everything is in divine timing. I don't like that word that much either, but there is a plan in play. So we can either love ourselves through it or fear our way through it. And that is free will. Very powerful read here. Not shocked, Capricorns. Y'all are so serious. I mean, I'm such a goofball 9 times out of 10. I would love to date a Capricorn just to sort of balance that out. We'll see. We'll see what the gods have in store. So let's ask the Whispers of Love Oracle, the higher selves of all involved. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by the Capricorn and their crosswatchers through the element of water, the energy and motion that we experience in motion for this timeless spell kit reading? Demonstrate love. That means to yourself as well. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So this is about bringing something into physical form, but bringing love in. So of course, if you are going through a dark night of the soul, or maybe you're dealing with somebody, again, this is a crosswatcher read, to demonstrate love for somebody. Now, you can do that certainly through prayer and meditation and blessing and magic and all of that Reiki, Shmeiki, eggs and bakey, you do you. But this could be as simple as reaching out to someone and saying, hey, I love you, everything okay, I'm here if you need me. But to keep that in confidential space, right? Because this is about fertility, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting. And since earth signs tend to be very goal-oriented in terms of service, I mean, Virgos, we are the servants of the zodiac. Capricorn, 10th house, is about highest potential. And no one reaches their highest potential without dark nights of the soul. It just happens. I highly recommend the work of Caroline Myss, Spiritual Madness, an audio that she did many, many years ago. I'm sure you could find it online somewhere. And she really breaks it down, not just from a spiritual, mystical place, but from an intuitive healing place. She is a medical intuitive. Just unbelievable work. I was like my first exposure to Caroline Myss, MYSS, the PhD. Sacred Contracts and Anatomy of the Spirit and Entering the Castle and Defy Gravity and all that amazing stuff. I love her work. She's a Cancerian, not shocked. So's my mom. So's your mom. All right, last card down, the card of Spirit. And remember, these mantras work if you work them. And Capricorns, you're no stranger to working hard for stuff. So you get yourself a piece of chrysoprase or similar, right? Cast the spell for fertility. Call in Archangel Sariel to help you reap the benefits, the treasures that are hidden within the darkness, and then demonstrate love. You know, you don't have to fake it to do that, even if that is extreme self-care, because Dark Night of the Soul teaches us how to do that in new ways. Shall we? The Ascended Masters consecrated this deck to the Ascended Masters. Let's see what they got to say. Please take a nice deep breath. Last card down. Still point. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, please. Wrong one. Sorry, beloved Ascended Masters. Woo! Beloved Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers to represent the element of spirit, to bring it all together, to manifest their heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, in the spirit of unity with fertility, chrysoprase, dark night with Archangel Sariel, and demonstrating love for this timeless spell kit reading. Unhooking the past. There was nothing to regret when I learned from the past. God. Course in Miracles says it's one of the 365 lessons in the workbook. The past is over. It can touch me not. Right? Because there's only here now. Like, we're all, Zen Buddhists. All you need is now. Duran Duran, right? We're all Eckhart Tolle until we are in pain. And that's normal. Like, that's human. But we are divine. Dressed up as a human being. So there's nothing to regret from when you learn from your past. And of course, going back to fertility, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting, that you see the truth, that we can't screw it up no matter how much we think we have, that we are all scheduled for dark nights and shamanic descents and all that stuff, embracing the shadow. So let me read this one to you, Unhooking the Past. I have done all of these mantras ad nauseum, but this one in particular is very, very hopeful, particularly during dark moons. So there's nothing to regret when I learn from my past. When you unhook the past, you are able to see crucial moments of growth from fresh perspectives. So this obviously is dealing with the past, so you can say, oh my God, that couldn't have happened any other way. This allows you to see the mistakes of your past as catalysts for development, not as something you did wrong. A catalyst is a chemical interaction that either speeds up or slows down something, right? It is an opportunity to see how your previous actions could have been better aligned with your highest values. When you learn today the things you didn't know before, you are able to meet your current circumstances with renewed clarity, so the past can be unhooked instead of repeated. Now, I learned from Gary Zukav, the seed of the soul. This is like back in the 80s or the 90s. He calls it the compassionate return of the universe, because the universe is love. I know it doesn't seem that way, but it is. Trust me, or don't, you do you. So the thing of the universe keep giving us our lessons over and over again until we cross the T and dot the I. Like, you don't let a 4-year-old drive a Mack truck, right? You got to start them off with a Tonka or something, right? And build them up to that. And of course, we all make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, so yes, we do. Your sister and your brother and your dad and mother too. Ascended Master Big Bird. This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-criticism. You're known for it, Capricorns, releasing shame, and shame is a destroyer, and being more open-minded. I love that. So yeah, I wouldn't call this a problematic reading, but I would definitely call this a challenging 5-card draw. So your heart's desire for fertility, most fertilizer is made from, well, let's call it what it is, manure, right? The shit that you went through that makes you wise. That's why I love being an earth sign. 4 planets in Virgo, 2nd house, Leo rising, Pisces moon, Venus and Libra. It's a lot. I'm a lot, I know. So to unhook the past so that it doesn't have to be repeated, all you got to do is learn from it. And you guys are so wise, and you're slow and steady wins the race. That's why I really adore Capricorns. Hi, Lavola. Hope you are all well. Okay, though I have no idea what's going to happen once I hit the record button on my beloved HD camera here in my new studio temple. I really have no idea what's going to happen for this next part, which is what we call a blessimation. It's a Patreon word we came up with. So let's put it all together, and I'll cast the spell for you on your behalf. Feel free to jump in if you know the words. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers. May they be blessed with all that they need to manifest their heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, and by fire with the spirit of unhooking the past, because there's nothing for them to regret when they learn from their past, and to demonstrate love, to find out what is important to the people they love, including themselves, and then acting on it, calling upon the blessing and the help of Archangel Sariel to find the buried treasure, the hidden treasure within the darkness they may be experiencing, or dealing with somebody who may be experiencing that darkness. With that Christ of praise, fertility, love, compassion, truth, and uplifting. Because what they want is not that far away. It literally said it in the book. So that they can manifest their heart's desire, which either is and or does require fertility. So let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Nice, gentle, soft finish on that, which, granted, this could be a little rough for somebody going through it, but if you did find it helpful, please hit the like button. Helps other people find my work here, and particularly someone who might be dealing with dark night of the soul might get a little clue, a little tip, a little hint here. If you want more of me here on YouTube, do subscribe, because I really enjoy making the general reads for YouTube, because I'm getting a lot of clients around the world, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you want the deeper dive, really a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, go Patreon on patreon.com/drawingcircle. It's so cool. The digital shop is wonderful. My entire back catalog of ebooks. Audios and videos are on there, free previews for the audios and videos. God Goddess, my top tier, gets everything in the digital shop automatically, which is really cool. But the majority of my subscribers do get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount on booking me for private sessions, individual, right, parties, whatever. We work that out. And I love it. And I highly recommend Patreon for anybody who's looking for some support to bring their creativity in the world. And let's face it, the world needs as much higher vibe content as we can put out there, don't you think? Yeah, so click the link. Come play out on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lyons. You could just call me Mal, because I am a goofball. Really, like 51% goofball, 49% mystical. That's my vibe. And certainly if you want to book me for a private session, I made a video last year called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. When I was living in Holbrook, Long Island, it wasn't aware I was going to be moving to Saratoga, so I have to make a new one, and I will. It's on the list. It just keeps getting pushed down the list because I now have a half acre of property and it's gardening season here, so there's a lot going on here. But the video does explain everything you need to know about how to book me. What I'm adding to the new video, though, is that I now have an office downstairs where I am taking clients, but I get to need to know the clients first before I invite them in my house. I've got 3 cats, so I have to protect my cats from the people and protect the people from my cats because they all have black hair. So if they are allergic, that's not going to do so well. I am doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street. That's Phila. I have days set aside. They tell me when someone books, so you contact them directly. I come in and I read you, and then I come home and I don't know, garden or make videos, whatever the gods want me to do, I do. But the majority of the work that I do in private sessions is on video reads. But what I do is once the client is booked, right before we are about to jump in, I send them a Zoom link. So they come into my Zoom platform, we record the whole thing so they don't have to memorize or take notes. At the end of the video, I send them a link so they can download the entire session to their devices. They tell me they downloaded it and I delete it from the cloud on Zoom because confidentiality is key. I have had my own confidentialities with other people been violated so many times that I took blood vows to the gods to never break a confidence. So, nothing personal, but I'm not doing that. Nope on a rope. And the most important thing I say in that video is that I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. We have the conversation, and even if it's pay it forward to somebody else down the line in a service or money or whatever, we have the conversation and we always work it out. So yeah, I love the video. I'm going to keep it up once the new one is made because it makes my mom laugh. And as I said in the last reading for Sagittarius, I'm the president. That's my call. And if it makes my mom laugh, it's okay for me. And honestly, reach out, get help if you need for this stuff, any kind of help, not just with me, but for anyone that you feel guided or drawn to, because there's nothing like unhooking the past. As horrible as it is to get there, once you do it, there is this sense of freedom. And remember, mountain goats don't run up a mountain. It's step by step by step, but when they get to the peak, the tip of the mountain, they can look back at the past and say, oh my God, I could have never gotten here unless I went through that, in this case, dark night of the soul. So I believe in Capricorns. I do. I love them. I do. I really, 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 really do. So I believe in you, Capricorns, and good luck, crosswatchers. Help them out if you can. And I love you. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.